Hi, my name is Ching Ning Bin, and this is my Outward Bound story. I had always been interested in joining the Outward Bound school ever since I was a student. And as a Setiawan boy, I have heard so much about the Outward Bound programs and the excitement of the school's outdoor adventure. Basically, there were three main reasons for my participation. Firstly, I have always enjoyed swimming and other water activities in rivers, in the seas, such as fishing, boating, and canoeing. Secondly, I love all the outdoor land activities in the jungles, hills, and mountains, such as hiking and camping. And thirdly, I knew that the Outward Bound program will assist me in all my future personal development. The Outward Bound program is designed to take participants out of their comfort zone and to promote personal growth, confidence, and resilience. I knew that the training and the discipline from the Outward Bound program will lead to an improvement in my overall physical and mental performance. My Outward Bound program was officially sponsored by Public Bank, my previous employer. Public Bank used to annually sponsor its selected employees to train under the Outward Bound program, as the bank recognized the many benefits of the program. The challenge of having to overcome my physical and mental obstacles during activities. I remembered the challenge of having to overcome fear and danger, both in the land and sea activities. And in water, there is no second chance. I believe I achieved the Merit Award through my personal ability to work with the other participants as a team, and also through the social and communication skills which I have developed at Public Bank helped a lot. My Kurbu Watch participants were indeed also very cooperative and highly motivated. Sometimes I was lucky to be a role model for my Kurbu Watch to encourage others to participate in dangerous activities like abseiling and rock climbing. I would always encourage them by saying, "If I can do it, so can you." I must say that the instructors and trainers had kindly and generously shared all their great wealth of knowledge and experience with us. Their professional expertise ensured that all the participants properly learn 1. The right techniques, 2. Safety protocols, and 3. Best practices, which are very essential for our safety and in minimizing risks. The most vigorous challenge was the 2-day landfall expedition, which we covered more than 30-kilometer treks totally on our own, without any instructor to accompany us. In other words, everything that we have already learned earlier at the Outward Bound from the instructors must now be put immediately into practice by ourselves. The night before the expedition, we were given a compass, a map, as well as day 1, day 2 instruction papers to follow. We had to read the topography map carefully and get the compass bearings correctly. Otherwise, we would easily get lost and not be able to arrive safely at our destination. Day 1 was tough. We started trekking at 9 a.m. and after 5 hours for about 15 kilometers, we arrived at our campsite at about 2 p.m. to set up our tents and then to prepare dinner. We also had to collect firewood for the campfire before going to bed. And day 2 was very tough with a 17-kilometer trek. I was the night guard from 12 midnight to 2 a.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. to prepare breakfast and lunch. After breakfast at 7 a.m., we took down the tents and started cleaning the campsite before continuing on our expedition. And the worst part of this journey was the climbing and descending of the 1,087-foot high Ungkubusu Hill in Lumut on the last part of the trek. After 8 hours of vigorous 17-kilometer trekking, we finally arrived at the school at about 4 p.m. All of us had muscle cramps, blisters on our feet. This land expedition had really put our physical and mental performance to a very rigorous test. However, thanks to our group's patience and perseverance, we all make it back safely and without any incident. How I managed my time was that after every event, so as not to forget the activities, I quickly wrote them out on a rough paper list first, and then later rewrite them into my logbook during my free time available. So in the 25-day program, I completed 2 logbooks. And also having trained as a Boy Scout in school, it had helped me a lot with the drawing of maps and pictures and the keeping records of events like camping and hiking. Having gone through the vigorous training at Outward Bound School, Lumut, with a merit award, I developed the spirit of adventure. Since then, I have been following the school motto, to serve, to strive, and not to yield. In 1976, I founded the Penang Adventurers Club, which is still very active today. With the Outward Bound Merit Award and the good Outward Bound School report to my employer, I was soon promoted to an officer position in the Penang Public Bank branch. In 1985, I was selected by the Penang Adventurers Club to be the co-expedition leader to Gunung Tahan. I was part of a team of 8 who have reached the summit of Gunung Tahan on 25th April 1985. In 1986, I participated in the strenuous 76.8 kilometer round Penang Island Walk and managed to successfully complete it in 17 hours and 8 minutes. In 1987, I was one of the finalists of the Malaysian Camel Trophy selection trial at Templars Park. I enjoyed the 2-day selection process despite not making it to the last 4. In 1994, I represented Malaysia on a 10-day Marlboro adventure team in the American Wild West at Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I came out as a winner in all the activities. The 4 activities were: 1. Dirt biking in Jackson Hole. 2. The 4-wheel driving in Jackson Hole. 3. The white water rafting on the Snake River. And 4. the horseback riding and cattle drive at Cattle King Ranch, Colorado Springs. And soon after my return from the US, I was quickly promoted to the position of branch manager of Public Bank at Sirimanjung branch. And in 1995, I was persuaded to join the Rotary Club of Sitiawan, where I served for 10 years. In 1996, together with 3 friends, I formed a country and western music band called the Cosmic Cowboy Country Band. We perform at Rotary clubs, wedding dinners, and as well as for school reunion dinners. In 1998, on a fishing safari to Pulau Pangkor, I caught a 25-kilogram haruan tasik. In 2010, I trekked the 30-kilometer jungle trail from Gopeng to Cameron Highlands with a group of Penang ex-bounder hikers. In 2013, I hiked up the 76-kilometer mountain trail from Nayapol to Annapurna Base Camp in Nepal with a group of ex-bounder trekkers from Selangor. Annapurna Base Camp is 4,130 meters high, and the total distance trekking was 152 kilometers in 10 days. In 2017, at my age of 64, I hiked up the 65-kilometer mountain trail from Lukla to Everest Base Camp in Nepal with 5 friends. The Everest Base Camp is 5,364 meters high. Total trekking distance was 130 kilometers in 12 days. And since 2001, I have been backpacking through Asian countries with other ex-bounders, namely Datuk Mohanandas, the first Malaysian to climb Mount Everest, and Mr. Chu Ling Sun. My next backpacking trip will be the 30-day Trans-Siberian Railway journey in Russia to cover approximately 9,289 kilometers. From Vladivostok in the east to St. Petersburg in the west. And for me, traveling gives me the thrill of being a stranger in a strange land. After my retirement, I'm now fully involved in playing music with friends. I also have many other hobbies like gardening, backpacking, travel, and my latest hobby is beekeeping. Okay, this is a bee box, and this is my latest hobby, beekeeping. I caught the bees in the wild and put them in the box so that I can harvest the honey later on. And now I'm going to show you, I'm going to open up this lid for the second time so far. This is already about 6 months old. Okay, ready? As we grow older, if we want to keep our brain healthy and alert, we should always listen to and play music often. Listening to music can reduce anxiety, blood pressure, and improve sleep quality, mental alertness, and memory.